President Trump's spending and tax cuts bill is another step closer to reality. The Senate narrowly passed the legislation this afternoon. The House could vote on it as soon as tomorrow. Now, here locally, food banks are holding their collective breath as lawmakers push it forward. WFMY News 2's Nixon Norman found out they're worried about what it'll do to their operations and the trickle-down effect.
Some local food banks are concerned about President Trump's big, beautiful bill. They say cuts to SNAP benefits, which are basically food stamps, would mean more people would have to rely on them, something they might not be able to handle. Local food banks say more and more people need help feeding their families. More than 1 million people in our state deal with food insecurity, many of them relying on SNAP benefits or food stamps. CEO of Second Harvest Food Bank, Eric Aff, says for every 1 meal food banks provide, SNAP provides 9.
And that is true about every food bank in the country. So we simply cannot make up the difference between what SNAP is providing and what we are providing.
Parts of President Trump's big, beautiful bill includes cuts to food stamp benefits. The idea is that eventually each state would have to fund a portion of these benefits, something Aff says has never been done before.
The cost shift is something that is brand new, has never occurred in the history of the program. It's always been a bipartisan agreement that this is the job of the federal government to support this program.
Executive Director of Helping Hands Food Bank in High Point, Steve Key, says they've seen over a 600% increase in need in just the last 3 years.
We've gone from serving 100 families a week to 650 families a week.
He, too, worries that if food stamps are cut back, they can't keep up with the need.
In my world, that means that more people are going to have less resources for food, which puts more impact on us as far as being able to provide food to more people.
Aff says that this won't just impact those on food stamps. He says this will hurt grocery stores missing out on profit from those shopping with food stamps. Also, food stamps tend to go towards healthy foods like fresh produce. Aff believes this will also affect farmers who grow the produce because they'll lose that source of income too. Aft also says cuts will lead to more children, seniors, and veterans going hungry. He says families will have no choice but to rely on cheaper, unhealthy food, leading to more health problems down the road. It is important to note, if passed, these changes would not take place until 2028.